Alright guys, it's time to talk about Thorchain on the channel once again. Now, I made a video on this a few days back, guys. It wasn't too far. Now, I had no idea that Thorchain was actually going bankrupt when I made that video. And that video was 6 days ago. I'm looking at it here on my phone. And yeah, I mean, 6 days ago, I had no idea. This was still, I think, like 1 or 2 days fresh. But I didn't check the, X or anything like this, and I should have probably, seeing that, Thorchain had such a fall. Now, taking a look at this 6 days ago, that was on the 25th of January, so it was this day it actually went up, and that's, yeah, I mean, everything has come down really, really far, but I mean, I thought this was just some normal, typical move. I mean, look at all these moves before they announced this little bankruptcy. So I thought, okay, nothing really had happened. And yeah, today I saw this just plummet, and I said, there has to be something. So I checked out, the headlines and things online. And yeah, guys, I found it when it was floating around about $1.40 right here at this support or so. It was just kind of teeter-tottering. And I said, okay, if I'm ever going to buy RUNE, this is time. It was about, what, 36, 37% down or something at that time, guys. And I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'll put my first order in. I actually... One of my subscribers probably commented on the headline that I put on the post earlier today. I said it'd probably be better to wait, let the dust settle a day or two. And, I went back and I took a look at the RSI, and I went to my PC right after I wrote that comment, and I haven't deleted it. But anyways, you can see on the daily time frame, this is pretty oversold on the RSI here. Pretty much going sideways here, I would say, on the Stochh RSI for the daily. Now, I want to look at the weekly. Now, this is pointed to the downside with the RSI. But the Stochh RSI looks like it wants to curve back up. And I do think this RSI will probably start to curve back up very shortly. And I want to look at the monthly real quick here. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty low here. It's pretty much oversold on the Stochh RSI. Now, the RSI here is kind of just slightly below the middle. It is pointed to the downside, but overall, guys, on the monthly, weekly, and daily time frames, let me just go back to the daily because I want to look at this anyways further. I would say it doesn't look bad. I know there is a high risk of bankruptcy here. Now, if you buy this token, you can lose everything. I mean, it's on the verge of bankruptcy. So be very careful. For me, buying 100 as I did, it's not going to bankrupt me. Now, I have other orders for RUNE right now, and I do want to show you this on another page. This is actually my wife's account where I had a lot of money, and I just want to show you I do have 2 more orders. They're small orders. This is nothing huge, guys. Basically, it's what, a couple $100, $300 or so. So yeah, this is not going to bankrupt me. If this hits these orders, great. I think I can handle it. If I lose 200, 250 bucks, 300 bucks, we'll see, guys. I do expect that Thorchain will continue. I do not expect that it will go bankrupt. I think they will find a solution. This is, one of the better projects in the space, I do believe. Now, if we take a look at RUNE, the tokenomics, guys, there's only 500 million. Max supply. Now, circulating 351 million. That is not bad. So, yeah, I mean, it's nothing like 10 billion or 100 billion. This is a very low supply, guys. And all-time high, $20, almost $21, guys. You're getting a 94% discount right now at this moment by taking this risk. Now, not long ago, this was up here at about $7.50, guys. Now, do I expect a bounce here to $7.50 very quickly? Probably not. This is probably going to be a slow grind up, if anything. You may see in the coming days a bounce back to $2 or $3, but probably not going to see 7.5 for some time until we start to get some clarification what is going on with this bankruptcy. So yeah, if you get in this, guys, expect this to be maybe a long-term investment, at least a year probably. I know we have like maybe 5 or 6 months, probably in the bull run left. Yeah, maybe it will be higher then. If not, I might just hold this, because I've bought it so low. I don't know if it's going to go much lower. There is support right now at 110. And like I said, I have an order at about $1 because that's, just psychological support right there. And, so we'll see if it hits that little psychological level at $1. And then at 80 cents, basically, where, the bottom of this Fibonacci is, that's my next order. If this would go lower than that, I would set an order at 36 cents, guys. Probably for another 70 or so. Again, it's not a huge number. But this is pretty much the last support that we have. I mean, if we look at this on a weekly time frame, guys, yeah, that would be a big catastrophe, if it would break below 36 cents. Now, I'm not sure if this is exactly the same time it started 4 years ago in August of 2020. But yeah, if we break below that, that's really big trouble. But do I expect that? Probably not. And, if we look at this chart even, we actually can still make a higher low. In the very long term here, you see this is the low right here. Here's the next. And if we will get a bounce here, guys, we still have a higher low, So, yeah, you have to take this like the first low, second one, and third. So I hope we don't break lower than this. That is what I am expecting right now. But if we do break below that, then yeah, we're probably going to head down to about 36, 37 cents. So anyways, guys, let's see how this turns out. I'm not sure how it will. I'm taking a big risk here. I advise you to do your homework on it. And, just know you can lose everything here. Now, if we take a quick look at Bitcoin, guys, we can see it is having kind of an ugly day. It is coming down to test the 101, let's say 150 support here. If I zoom in, guys, you can see it did, recently just get a bounce here. Let's see what happens the rest of the day, guys. There's only a couple more hours on this candle. And yeah, we are creating a CME gap to the downside. That, I guess, could be a little bit of a positive. We did close yesterday at 102.429 as it set up here. I'll put it there for you so you can see it. But yeah, that is a pretty sizable gap. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe we'll get another bounce up. But yeah, usually these gaps get closed, at some point. Now, Ethereum is looking even more ugly, guys. I can say it hit this trend line. Wow. I mean, this is amazing, guys. I pointed this out last night that if we hit that, it's going to be really strong resistance. And we tried to punch through it today and failed miserably. We're even going down below this Fibonacci here. We're going into this little, lower Fibonacci level. And not a good sign, although right now, we can say we do still have a trend here intact. So that's one positive, but if we extend this, let's see how long we got to really, let's just put that there. And let's say, okay, basically the 5th of February, it's got to make a decision, guys. It's either going to break down or break up. So we'll see, upwards. So I don't know, guys. Ethereum is not one of my favorite coins. But yeah, it's not looking good, honestly. Now, market cap, sideways, although it is, going down because we are seeing Bitcoin and Ethereum go down. But basically, this is just consolidation, I would say here. Now, without Bitcoin, we are breaking below this trend line once again. Not a good sign. We failed basically to hold it. And yeah, we still have 1.34 trillion as support. Dominance. Oh, God, guys. Really? Again, was that a retest of this neckline, basically, the past, couple of days? Maybe. But, yeah, we are kind of getting a little bounce off that right now at 59.58. So let's see if we can hold. But, yeah, right now we're well above this trend line. So that, again, is not a good sign. Now, let's talk liquidations here, guys. Pretty much in the last 24 hours, we have 333 million liquidated. More longs than shorts because, yeah, we are headed down. Now, the Bitcoin quarterly returns, at the moment, we are still up for the quarter. But if you look at February, we are down right now. And keep in mind, guys, February is one of the better months. February and October have only had 2 red months so far. So, on having years or not having years, the final year actually of the 4-year cycle, I should say, this tends to have really nice runs. So you can see here in 2021, 37%. 2017, you had 23%. 2013, guys, yeah, you had 62%. So is this time going to be different? It's possible, but probably not. I would say that, yeah, we're probably going to see, a nice run here in February. It's just going to be a little bit delayed. We may get a pullback in the beginning and, head up higher, for example, next week. And we may never see these prices again. You just never know. And altcoin season is still 59, guys. I don't know how often they update this. Probably not very often. Now, fear and greed is a 68 today. Yesterday was 76. I do think this will cool down tomorrow. Probably see about 65 or so, I'm thinking. That's just a guess. But anyways, let's take a look at the bull market peak indicator. Sell at the top. Still 100% hold, guys. 0 from 30 have been hit. The best one is the Pi cycle top indicator here. And you can see, still not crossed. We still have some time, guys. Now, looking at crypto bubbles for the month, yeah, still up. I don't know if that's just taken into account February, but I think it's the last 30 days probably. But anyways, the year is still up for most of these. And yeah, guys, if you want to stake your coins, go to Coinando. Type in, for example, Bitcoin, and you will see the amount of time that you have to stake your coins. For example, 360 days is quite long, or even 180. I'm probably looking more for flexible or like 30 days myself, guys. So you don't want to get locked into a position that you can't get out of, and especially when you're ready to sell. And anyways, guys, if you like this video about Thorchain, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Become a member of the channel, guys. That will really help me out. I can really improve things if you will do that. And yeah, guys, thanks a lot for subscribing and everything.